Shalom, Akim. My name's Kal-El. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. Double honors to our elders who ruled Great Millstone well, and Shalom to all you Akim, pushing this truth with sincerity throughout the whole earth. May you brothers endure into the end. Shalom. So if you haven't heard, the so-called Cleveland killer killed himself. First they said the police shot him in the head. Now they're saying he killed himself. So it says on this Cleveland 19 News, it says, last meal, Stevens ordered 20-piece McNuggets, fries before killing himself. Okay, like who gives a fuck what he ate for the last meal? But you know what it is? They're putting numbers out that have meaning, but to the unlearned, they just see it as, a news report. But actually what it is they're mocking us to our face because they know they're about to fall to captivity under the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, who are the children of Israel. So I'm going to get that for us. So right here, this website is called BibleStudy.org. And I went to the meaning of numbers in the Bible, the number 19 and 20. But we need 20, which is down here. And if you see here, there's two paragraphs, two short little writings, and it says, meaning of number 20. 20 is twice 10 and can at times mean a complete and perfect waiting period. And that's where we're at. We're at the end of the waiting period. We're in captivity right now, but our captivity is soon to be over. For 20 years, Jacob waited to get possession of his wives and property, and that's what's going to come back to us. We're going to get our wealth and our wives and our children back after this great tribulation. And to be freed from control of Laban, his father-in-law. For 20 years, the children of Israel waited to be freed of Jabin, king of Canaan, who oppressed them. God's response was to raise up Deborah and Barak, who freed the people from bondage. And that's what we're about to get out of. All this Jacob's trouble and this tribulation coming and this nuclear war, at the end of the day, the whole purpose is to get us out of bondage from under our enemies, who are the other nations, starting with the Edomites, who are the so-called Caucasians today, all the way to the Moabs, and which are the Chinese, and the Ammon, which are the Japanese. Okay? Okay, this is Wikipedia on the name Stephen. Okay, Stephen or Stephen is a first name derived from the Greek first name, Stephanos, in turn from the Greek word meaning wreath, crown, honor, reward, literally that which surrounds or encompasses. In ancient Greece, a wreath was given to the winner of a contest, from which the crown symbol of rulers derived. The use of the noun was first recorded in Homer's Iliad. The name is significant to Christians since it belonged to an early saint, according to the books of Acts in the New Testament. The Greek-speaking Stephanos, rendered as Stephen in English translations, was a deacon who was stoned to death and is regarded as the first martyr in Greek proto-martyr of the Christian church. Okay, this is Daniel 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And who's that? The children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. The great tribulation, which we are at the door of. Jacob's trouble. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And who's that? That's going to be these so-called two-third Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, they're going to wake up to shame. And this Edomite and all these other heathens who are going to wake up to everlasting contempt. But the ones that are going to wake up to everlasting life starts with the elect, the 1/3. And then after the death, the 2/3 will be birthed back into the nation righteously, in a righteous state of mind. Verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, which is talking about the stars, as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Why? Because it goes back to verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life. And that's where this verse 3, it says that they will, in the middle of verse 3, it says, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Okay? Be shining bright. If you remember when Moses received the commandments from the Most High, Yahweh, that when he came down from the mountain, he had a glow to him. Okay? In fact, he glowed so bright that they had to cover him up because it hurt their eyes to look at him. Okay, this is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15. And that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Hamashiach Yahushai. All scripture is given by inspiration of power, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of power may be perfect, thoroughly finished unto all good works. And the good works is keeping the commandments to the best of your ability out of the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Let me get, I believe it's Matthew 5:19. Here's Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to go one more verse. Verse 20. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. So what is righteousness? It's the precepts, the commandments, the laws, the judgments, the statutes. It's the scriptures. It's the scriptures is what is righteousness. Okay, I wanted to come back to this BibleStudyOrg.org website to bring out 19, because if you remember in the news article, it was Cleveland 19 that was reporting that he ate 20 chicken McNuggets for his last meal. Okay, what does the number 19 mean? Here it is. The meaning of numbers, the number 19. 19, which is the combining of 10 and 9, usually denotes God's perfect order in regard to his judgment. The names Job and Eve, if we substitute letters for numbers, add up to 19. The United Kingdom of Israel split into two pieces. After the death of Solomon, the piece referred to it as Israel, or the northern 10 tribes, had Jeroboam as their first king. Judah's first king was Rehoboam. Including Jeroboam, Israel was ruled by a total of 19 kings before God allowed them to be conquered by the Assyrians. They were conquered and taken out of the land as captives due to their many sins against the Eternal. Okay, but let's get down to 20 again. So 19 and 20 are together. So 19 is talking about the captivity, but then 20 is talking about the year they coming out of captivity. Right here, the meaning of 20. It says, meaning of 20. 20 is twice 10 and can at times mean a complete or perfect waiting period. For 20 years, Jacob waited to get possession of his wives and property, and to be freed from the control of Laban, his father-in-law. For 20 years, the children of Israel waited to be freed of Jabin, king of Canaan, who oppressed them. God's response was to raise up Deborah and Barak, who freed the people from bondage. And you know who that is? He raised up prophets. He raised up prophets during the downfall, and he raised up prophets during the time they came out of the captivity. Okay, and we're going to go through both right now. We are in captivity right now, but we're in the last captivity. But there is still going to be a great downfall. That's that Jacob's trouble, the great tribulation, where majority of you are going to be put to death. 2/3 of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian are going to be put to death through either FEMA camps, police, poison, starvation, just murder between each other. And only 1/3 include the elect, 144,000 elect men, from 12,000 from each tribe. And the 1/3 under the elect are the ones that are going to be delivered out of this Jacob's trouble. This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 16. The anger of Yahweh hath divided them. He will no more regard them. They respected not the persons of the priests. They favored not the elders. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help in our watching. We have watched for a nation that could not save us. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee, and thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. Meaning, we're finished with this. This is our end of our captivities. We're not going into captivity no more. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit the iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Meaning now it's going to be judgment on Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man. Now it's their turn. And all the other heathens. What was that one? Oh yeah, Psalms. Right here. And this will bring out what is going to go in place. What's going to take place. This is Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. And raise it means to destroy it. So they're saying, destroy it, destroy it. And they did destroy Jerusalem. The physical Jerusalem, as meaning the place, because in 70 AD, they broke down our temple. They took the gold, they robbed us, they killed us. Okay, and they're still doing it to the people of Jerusalem, who are the children of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. And the Edomites are still saying, raise it, destroy it, destroy it. I mean, they put us in prison, they poison us, they fuck us up even mentally, spiritually, physically. So they're still doing that shit to us right now. But it's over. We are at the end of this captivity. Now, verse 8, O daughter of Babylon. Who's the daughter of Babylon? Esau, Edom, the America. Okay? Who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. And Babylon goes back unto Babel meaning confusion. That's why this place is all fucking wicked like it is. It got homosexualities. They got little boys trying to become little girls and little girls trying to be little boys. It's a bunch of confusion in this place. And it's saying that we're going to reward let me read that again. Verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, America is to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Meaning it's going to be an enjoyment to see all you fucking heathens catch judgment. And even have a hand in the judgment. Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazakah, we're part of that number. Verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Meaning we're going to get payback even to how you killed our kids. You slaughtered our kids. You slaughtered Negro babies, so-called Negro babies, Latino babies, and Native American babies. And we're going to slaughter your babies by taking them by the feet and smashing their heads against the concrete that you made a slave upon. All right, so I got Revelation 18:2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become habitations of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Talking about America. For all nations have drunk of the wine of her of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And that's what they do right now. They're getting rich off the suffering of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian. That's why all these other nations have drank from her cup. Meaning, who owns the Chinese restaurants in the ghettos? Okay, the other nations, another heathen nation. Okay, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians don't own shit. And if you do go to some of these Moab stores, you're fed dog, you're fed human. Okay, they wax rich. Okay, they get rich from the suffering of the children of Israel. Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people. Who are his people? The children of Israel. That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. This ain't talking about you fucking buying a ticket to Israel, flying over there, when you know there's nothing but fucking hateful Caucasians over there. So-called Caucasians. Because all those Jewish are nothing but another tribe of Edom. Verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. And what it's saying when it's talking about coming out of her, it's saying to start to live according to these commandments. And that will separate you from here. Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill her double. So it's going to be a double payback. You know, they might have owned white slaves and raped the wives and did all this. Well, you're going to pay double for that. You're going to go into 1,000 years of slavery. Okay? And you're going to pay double for your sins against the children of Israel, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. I'm going to get one more script, and then we'll leave it at that. Revelation 13:9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. So it's pretty much saying, pay attention. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth it with a sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Talking about these fucking heathen nations that killed us, sold us, they enslaved us, even still to the day. But we are at the end of our captivity, and there ain't shit Edom, any other nation could do, because now it's their turn to go into slavery under the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, who are the children of Israel. And we're about to get doubles for paybacks. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Endure, brothers. Shalom.